only on N64. Center field was pretty good, featuring King Ricky Jr.
E3 Digital is officially canceled for
E3
2022.
has officially been
As
canceled.
E3 2024 and
E3
2025
has
have
made the decision.
apparently been canceled.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Landon, but on here I go by Landon. The future is upon us. And no, I'm not talking about the 1950s future car, flying car type future you might have been told. No, I'm talking about one much more depressing than that. Fast food? DoorDash it. Buying video games? Buy them online. Robbing banks? Use Temu codes on TikTok. Listen, I'm a huge advocate for doing things in person, which, might seem kind of contrary since I spend a lot of time locked away in my room. However, I'm a huge fan of the in-person experience for things. Manga, record stores, video game stores. It's all about the experience. What I'm getting at through this, whole random monologue thing is that, guys, E3 has been canceled. And I know this is not shocking news, but, at the time of recording this, I thought it was only being canceled for this year. But no, it's much worse. It's going to be canceled for a while, it looks like. So is the future literally just going to be these showcases or what? Why is this being canceled? How will this affect LeBron's legacy? Let's just go check out some presentations. Well, it was fun while it lasted, I guess. It lasted a while, though. Look back at 1995 to find the very first E3 presentation. The first of its time, for sure. E3 was a place that finally people could come together and see games being showcased and announced live in person. Before this, there were either companies that would put on their own presentations and events that were really nowhere near as large, the International Consumer Electronics Show, which was a larger one, or just no showcases at all. But the Consumer Electronics Show, CES, was like for all technology, not just video games. So while people were demoing their advanced boundary-pushing tech like a black box you could speak into, we also had, oh shoot, is that Street Fighter? But yeah, basically gaming was being oppressed at the CES. It was like the kids' table at Thanksgiving dinner. The adults' table was the CES. No one cared, no one wanted their silly games there, and so they had to take their talents to E3, where we could all come together and obsess over gaming as a collective. Nintendo, Sony, Sega, all the big companies were there in 95. Nintendo showed off the Ultra 64, which ended up being the Nintendo 64. There it is. That piece of junk in all its glory. They also showed off the Virtual Boy, which was delayed with the Ultra 64 another year. And it's 2023, and I'm still waiting for the Ultra 64 to be given a release date. Announce it already! But there were other people too there. I mean, Sony had some stuff to say.
$2.99.
I don't know what game that's for, but sure. Okay, enough about the 90s. Shut up and let's talk E3 as a whole. E3 was shut down during COVID in 2020 and returned in 2021, just to be killed off again in 2022. Kinda weird, but then again, companies don't always need or want to be in these huge events like E3. Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo all said, no, we're not going to E3 in 2022 or 2023. It sounds like in general, the large gaming companies were more interested in online content and live streams to do things instead, which obviously it's easier and makes sense to do, but it's a tradition of going to Los Angeles for E3. People want to go there, have fun, see what there is to look forward to this year. But it looks like E3 is mostly canceled this year due to not getting enough interest, and that's why these big companies pulled out, which yeah, sucks. I watched a YouTube video recently about how gaming has become more and more lonely than it ever has been, and I feel like that kind of ties into this a little. You see less and less games despite being online multiplayers with game chats and prox chats. They don't really promote and just are not really places to create genuine online interaction. Open up any game and there's rarely people talking. Video games used to be something to go to people's houses and play for hours, or hop on Xbox Live or something and chat with people, and it always felt genuine. I personally haven't experienced online genuine interaction in video games for a while. It's rare when it happens, but it is fun. And I feel like E3 being done away with slowly is just another nail in the coffin of communities and interaction with actual fans of games that isn't online. Obviously, you can still have fun on games. You can still talk to your friends about games, but less and less in-person interaction. It's just, this stuff kind of feels way less personal. It's more just like, yo, that's sick, but I mean, yo, I'm still in my room watching a game trailer. Like, how hype can it really be? Okay, with that though, why don't we look at what E3 is probably going to look like like in the future. Not for real though, our gaming showcase is really the way to go. I mean, everyone had one this year. PlayStation had theirs, I watched all of it even though I don't even think about owning a PlayStation. Nintendo did some stuff, Ubisoft was definitely there. I can't think of a single soul who watched this, I'm just saying. And I mean, hey, Capcom had one too, but I don't think anyone was really like staying up late for this or nothing. The showcases were a lot of fun though, I thought. I enjoy this time of year where we get to hear and look forward to games and, you know, see what gets announced and stuff, in person or not. I do want to take a minute though to appreciate the nonsensical titling behind the presentations though. So, you know, obviously Nintendo pioneered the direct format, and like, okay, yeah, showcase is a good name, that makes sense. But what is a forward? And why is Xbox using showcase, but then using direct for Starfield? Whatever though. The Summer Games Fest has mostly taken over E3 though. It was hosted live in person and had a great turnout from what I've seen. So is E3 done? Probably yes. I'm not going to drag out the video, but we do have things to replace it, and obviously the future of those isn't bad. Gaming showcases online are perfectly okay, but I do hope that something E3-esque at least becomes more prominent in the near future, because I do still think there's a market for that. So yes, E3 is canceled. I wish I could have gone to one at some point, but I guess not. Oh, how I wish I could be there when they announced Super Mario Galaxy 3 in 2026. That and Mario Kart Double Dash 2, things that are probably not gonna ever happen. Nintendo, you really gotta put one of these out, man. It's such a good game. Just make a second one. And in perfect landon timing, like in the last video when they announced a new Mario game, while I was mid-editing the video, I'm fully expecting E3 to be announced for the rest of my life, right in the middle of editing. So amidst all the E3 is dead stuff, I just want to say E3 is cool. I like video games, and it will forever live on through the memories while we sit in our desks for the rest of our lives and watch our showcases, our directs, our forwards. That's gonna do it for me. Big thanks and firm handshakes to anybody watching this video. If you want, save some of my content to your watch later. I encourage you not to go watch it now. Just go outside and do something else. That's what I'm probably gonna do because I've been stuck at home filming this video and I'm done. But okay, anyway, see you guys later. Love you guys.